Hi, I'm Martina Sorbara, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
In uncharted dollhouse, necks wrap around necks, and blood vessels burst, making a glass. I'm pushed into darkness by a relentless pelvis. Oh, how makeshift, how reckless. It's like eggs super easy, bottomless coffee. Oh, won't you force feed me something so greasy? Give me a counterfeit affection.
Welcome to Taped, and thanks for being with us. Today, my guest on the show is singer-songwriter Martina Sorbara. Martina, welcome to the show. So glad you could be with us today.
My pleasure.
Martina, you're from Canada, right?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. You know, I had the pleasure of meeting Martina at the Chicago Theater when she played with Brian Ferry and his Roxy Music Band, and it was such a great show. I was privileged to be able to talk to her after the show, and I said, "You got to come on my TV show next time when you're in Chicago."
Here I am.
And you're back so soon, just a couple of months apart.
Yeah,
so
that
that's
was
great.
in November, I guess, and last November, and now
here we are.
What month is it again? January.
January. We're taping now in January, and we're just so glad to have you here, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Your latest album and new album, The Cure for Bad Deeds, is now selling all over the world, I understand, and you've just been going around playing all over the place. You know, I was looking at this list of places. Detroit yesterday, Chicago, Minneapolis tomorrow, and a couple of days after that, St. Louis, Lawrence, Kansas, Boise, Idaho, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Ontario, San Francisco, West Hollywood, California, San Diego, London, Ontario. You're just always on the road.
Yeah, I'm the second day into my tour, this tour, after being a month on holiday. So I'm just getting back into the swing of touring.
Great.
You know, drinking too much
Great.
and that sort of thing. I have to get back in that mode. It takes practice, you know.
Tell me about your first time on stage. Were you a young child? Did you perform at school? How did you get up and finally say, you know, I want to be a performer?
Well, I when I was in high school, I went out and got my own shows at cafes or wherever they would let me play, and I would just perform wherever I could. I remember traveling the subway in Toronto when I was 15 years old, and I would see buskers playing, and I would be like, that is what I want to do. All I want to do with my life is I just want to play in the subway, and I aspire to that. Anyways, I ended up busking, and that didn't last long in satisfying me. and then I ended up getting shows in cafes, and I really started doing this full time after high school when I was about 18.
And when did you first start playing an instrument? Piano was first, I understand?
Yeah, I started piano when I was like, I don't know, 8 years old, and guitar when I was 11 or 12. And I wrote my first song when I was 16.
Great. Well, we would love to hear some music from you and then talk some more. So can we hear something off your album, The Cure for Bad Deeds?
What do you want to hear?
Can we hear Bonnie and Clyde? I think that's a song we hear on the radio a lot, and I'd love to hear you do it.
I would play that if you had a piano in here.
Oh, you need to use
I could play
piano
air piano.
Okay. No, that's okay. I love that song, and I was afraid of that because I know that's a big piano song. You pick. Go ahead.
I'll surprise you.
Okay. This is Martina Sorbara here on Taped.
Okay. I put you on the king car, and you'll be home in an hour, and I don't want this slate clean, with new sheets and a shower. You think I jump again? Well, I think I bit the bullet. If I held that trigger again, think I'd aim at you and fall. I don't really know you,
decide what I'm here to provide. Fun and conversation versus good old-fashioned lubrication. I find this is all contrived, and I find that you're just on vacation. Oh, and I don't regret what we did. There's nothing wrong with a little impulse. Now what I wouldn't give to be the one out returning your calls. And I don't really know yet, but I'm Casanova, and that just goes to show you that I'm right back where I started, not even broken hearted. Hey, yeah. No, not even broken hearted, and it's a little bit too late to correct this mistake. So I believe we will hate, trying to turn off instant replay. I don't really know yet, but I'm Casanova, and that just goes to show you that I'm right back where I started, not even broken hearted. I'm not even broken hearted.
That was great.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Second song, Casanova, off your album, The Cure for Bad Deeds. You have an amazing talent of playing guitar that, you know, often you find people who are out there and they play guitar and they strum and they play their chords, but you are very intricate. For being a piano player originally, did you take lessons in guitar?
No, guitar is something I just kind of picked up from various people who I knew that played guitar. It's kind of like, teach me how to do that. And then, and also from listening to music. I would just listen to songs and figure out how that sound was being made. And
so who are your idols in music? What do you listen to? What did you listen to getting into the music scene and becoming a recording artist and professional? Who did you listen to and like?
I listened to a lot of girls growing up, like the Indigo Girls and Sinead O'Connor, and
I'm going to see the Indigo Girls actually in a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. I learned a lot from their songwriting, I think. And then later on, I got into more boys. Tom Waits, I was obsessed with for a little while. I still love him, but it's like I own every one of his records, but I don't listen to him as much anymore. I get kind of oversaturated that.
Have you ever met him?
No.
No? Well, we should arrange that.
No, I would make a fool of myself.
No.
Tom!
He'd be so excited to meet you, I think. Something you do that I don't know anybody who does, which I think is so amazing. And here you are, you're up on stage, you've got an album out, you're being played on the radio. How did you learn to build guitars? You built your guitars.
I did that in high school. I made one, not the ones I have here. The guitar I made in high school is at home because it doesn't come out much. But then I went back after a failed post-secondary education. I started making guitars after dropping out of university. And I just went back and made 2 more, and those are the ones I bring on tour with me.
That is just amazing. It's so cool. Do you spend a lot of time when you're home, like sitting with your pad and saying, oh, this sounds good, these lyrics are in my head? Do you write music all the time, or is this something that just has come about as time has gone on?
No, it kind of it shares a spot in my creative with a lot of other things that I like doing, and I don't really, I don't constantly write songs. Don't tell anybody. There's kind of like I have inspiration to do something and I get absorbed by it, and songwriting, just like everything else, comes in kind of waves.
When you were putting together this album, did you have like a choice of 25 songs that you were going to like pick, the ones that would fit on, or the best ones? Was that something that you had a hard time doing when you put this together?
We had a few surplus songs, but we recorded many more than we needed, and we chose them afterwards. But yeah, we were definitely going for a certain
genre,
certain mood. We recorded the song that I wrote called "Bottle Go Pop." I played it at the Brian Ferry show. And it's a song about taking advantage of guys who buy girls drinks.
I love that. Would you do that for us?
I will do that for you.
Okay, that would be great. So here she is, Martina Sorbara.
Okay.
If you're buying, I'm drinking. That turns out just fine. You got the cash to spend on trash. I got the time. You got big bucks and good looks, but on earth that's enough. 'Cause I just wanna hear another bottle go pop. I'm central heated and you've turned me up. I am hot and hammered with an empty cup. So fill it up, right to the top. 'Cause I just wanna hear another bottle go pop. Give me another, give me that. Be my dancing daddy to hold myself up with, excuse me, Majesty. I don't recall your name, but you could call me what you like, as long as it's profane. Call me what you like, as long as it's profane. If you buy it, I'm drinking. Alright, I accept your dirty words and weekend when we just met. I've had a ball and it's last call and I don't wanna stop. Bartender, send another and please make it go pop. Double stick it up. Sweet, stick of it, ever stones. Just stand up. Majesty, I don't recall your name, but you could call me what you like, as long as it's profane. Call me what you like, as long as it's profane. If you're buying, I'm drinking. It turns out just fine. Oh yeah, you got the cash to spend on trash. I got the time. You got big bucks and good looks, but on earth it's enough. 'Cause I just wanna hear another bottle go pop. I just wanna hear another bottle go pop.
You are unbelievable.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Well, that song was recorded for that record, and
it'll be on your second album.
It'll be on my second album because the mood of that record is a bit more sultry, and that song, even though I love playing that song and I love that song, we decided to save it for.
Well, hey, it just gives us something to look forward to in the near future, hopefully. Do you plan on going soon into the studio to record more?
I actually have some dates set up to do a demo in Vancouver with actually Sarah McLachlan's husband. We're going to go in and record a song that's actually not mine, but just to see how it turns out and see what happens with it.
So tell me, how did you get hooked up with Brian Ferry? That's a big act. Someone who's been around for a long time, very well known. Love is the drug. How did you and he get hooked up with each other?
Well, I actually am not entirely sure. Apparently, he chooses the opening acts. It's not like I had met him and he was he wanted to have me around or something. It was, I don't know how it got in the works, but it took so long because he actually listens to all the people. He listens to all the CDs of people who want to open for him. So I guess he was just being very deliberate.
He liked you. He liked you.
I hope maybe I'm just making that up. I don't know. I think that's the case. But it was just a lot of luck, I think, for the most part. And it turned out that it worked. It turned out so well, just in terms of the response I got from his crowds.
Not only that, but the show just was such energy that there you are up there by yourself, and the people are going nuts with energy for you. And then Brian Ferry with the big band, and you're up there by yourself. You're almost like a one-man band yourself, or a one-woman band in this case. But you really your music is so full. But you do play with you do have an orchestra that plays with you, a band, don't you? Because I've seen pictures of you on stage with a band.
Yeah, well, a drummer. I travel with a drummer when it's appropriate. I went across Canada in September, and then that's when I had my full crew.
And how did you find the people that are in the studio with you on your album? Were they people that you had played with? Were they people that the producers provided for you? Who were these studio musicians?
For the most part, they're Toronto people that I know and love and have revered. Like long before they even knew who I was. So, just getting into the music scene in Toronto, you get to know all the local,
Okay. You don't have to do this, but what is the very first song you ever wrote that you said, this is good, I could do something with it?
I don't know.
Really? Paul McCartney would say, I saw her standing there,
Well... gosh, I've never been asked that question before.
Okay. That's why I brought you on TV to ask you questions that you had to think about.
Well, you mean the first song I thought could be like a pop thing? Well, none of my songs are turning out to be pop hits, but
what did you think?
Yeah, maybe in terms of pop style, this works. I think Bonnie and Clyde. That was it.
Really, well, that's the one that gets the most airplay too. So that makes a lot of sense. Do you write your songs on the piano or on the guitar or both?
Both.
You do it,
and they're
both.
totally not interchangeable for me. It's because one is something that I studied and I know what I'm doing, and and I have a
Well, it has the sound you want it to have while you're singing, so that makes perfect sense. Of course.
Then on guitar, it's like I taught myself, and I never know what I'm doing on it, and so it's not like I can just. Take everything that I've written on guitar over to the piano and do it there.
What song do you think that you have written that's not on this album? Besides the one you just did, is there a name of a song we should look for in the future? In asking?
I mean, for all my
something that you're like saying it's coming up on stage soon, or it's something. Is there a name of the song? Because I like people when they view guests on my show to say, "Well, I remember she said that. I remember that. I got her new album and it's on there."
Well, the one song that I've been working on is "Colors and Lines." I might have played it at the Brian Ferry show.
Really?
I don't think.
Could you do that song for us?
It's on piano.
Oh, that's also a piano song. So what song, is there a song on guitar, do you think, off this album here that people will say when this new song starts getting airplay, this is the one next to get airplay?
That's a hard one.
I know. Well, the album's in front of you.
Off of this record?
Yeah, off of this record.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying...
No, that's my next question.
Something that's new.
That's my next question.
Do you want me to play it right now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well.
Tell us the title.
Okay. This is Undone. And
number 3 on the album.
He shot just like a comet into my orbit. He sparked and spread like a forest blaze. Took over like a teenage crazy and more. said Tina, he was worth the wait. She thinks that I've made a grave mistake. No, God, look at what I've done. I've put it all apart just for fun, just to see if it would come undone. Now it's all come undone. The last time that he saw me, it was way back in February, and he was smoking like a chimney. He had me swaying like a daisy when he said, Happy Valentine's Day, babe. And I took the heart-shaped card and I walked away. No, God, look at what I've done. I've put it all apart just for fun, just to see if it would come undone. And now it's all undone. Oh, 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 oh. And now I stay out late at night. I do what the heck I like, yeah. Adventurousness is alright, I guess. But I like it less and less Sunday. Well, that's exactly what he warned. He said, if you think this happens every day, babe, you got a lot to learn. Oh, 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 no, God, I've pulled it all apart just for fun, just to see if it would come undone, just to watch it all come undone, just to see it all come undone. Now it's all come undone. Yeah, it's all come undone.
I'm done.
Okay.
What a great song. What a great song.
Thank you.
Who else have you played with on stage?
By
the way, I'm with Martina Sorbara, and she's here from Canada, and she is promoting her latest album, The Cure for Bad Deeds, and here so graciously on the show with us while she's in Chicago doing a show, and I'm so glad you're here. So tell me, who else have you played with?
Last tour I went to the States with, was with Billy Bragg.
Uh-huh.
And that was very exciting. He was great. He was very nice.
What do you think the biggest hall that would have a famous name that you've played in is? Chicago Theater is a big one, by the way. But any others across the country that are famous places you've played?
The Brian Ferry show in L.A. was in the Kodak Theater.
That was
one of
the Academy Awards at
Yeah.
the Kodak Theater. That's a brand new place. I was just there a few weeks ago. I just taped some shows in California, actually, while I was there. My family's out there, and the Kodak Theater is just a wonderful, wonderful stage.
It's so beautiful. It was so stunning.
So that must have been really fun.
Yeah, it was a rush. It was a total rush. It was great.
Cool. Well, believe it or not, we are running low on time, and I wanted to finish off with probably your longest song off your album. What is the longest song on your album?
Well, I don't know the times. Maybe I'll play Cherry Road.
Cherry
Is that
Road.
okay with you?
That's wonderful. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Martina Sorbara, thank you. And I just wish you all the success in the future. I really hope that everybody watching the show will just run out and say, I need that CD
Well, so
in
do
my
I.
collection. And we need you coming back to Chicago again soon. And we'll keep in touch and just hope to hear more about you. And your link is on our website, and people can find out that information about you. So here we are, Martina Sorbara, right here on Taped, and she's going to do for us Cherry Road.
It seems like so few days ago the poplar blossom fell like snow on the beach at the end of Cherry Road. The sand is coarse and the water's cold. There's no one here, no lifeguard on patrol. But I woke up and just had to go to the beach at the end of Cherry Road. 'Cause in its wreckage and rubble and all that broken glass, I'll find a stone that I can throw. And I'll find some peace, and I'll take a handful home of the beach at the end of Cherry Road. There's no news here, there are no radios. They've got no idea, these few seagulls. And that's why I came here, I suppose, to the beach at the end of Cherry Road. The fall fell in Ontario, and I found myself a skipping stone that I will throw, then work my way back home from the beach at the end of Cherry Road. 'Cause in its wreckage and rubble and all that broken glass, I'll find a stone that I can throw. And I'll find some peace, and I'll take a handful home of the beach at the end of Cherry Road. I'll find some peace, and I'll take a handful home of the beach at the end of Cherry Road. It's snowing on the west side. Let me take you for a ride. I'll be Bonnie and you'll be Clyde.